If you could change any choices you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of Inspired Choices radio show, Christine McIver.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute, hasn't it, since I have gone live. And I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you, everyone who are joining me live in the chat room, and for everybody in Facebook land. Hello, hello, hello. So yes, I am Christine McIver. I am the host of the Inspired Choices show, which is a live radio, podcast, and TV production, as well as I am the owner and founder of Inspired Choices Network. So I'm really thrilled to be bringing this show to you. This is something that I see people doing all the time. And I know they don't mean to be doing it, but it needs to change. So tonight's show is we're going to be talking about stop pushing your business at people and succeed. So before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am someone who does business development. I'm actually a strategic business development professional. I love working with business owners. I love working with business owners who are already established or business owners who are just getting started and showing them all the tricks, all of the wonderful shortcuts, all of the ways that they can create their business with more ease, way more ease, and have pleasure. I watch so many people have so much struggle with their business, and they actually, some of them they say to me that they don't even like doing business. They don't like being a business owner. And I think one of the big reasons why is because of their systems or the strategy that's lacking. And so it's my hope to work with people because I love to show people what I have learned over the years. I've been in my own business now for, I think, 14 years now, and I'm always learning more and more things. I love business. Business is the one thing that lights me up, and being here with you and sharing what I know also lights me up. So combine the two together, and you have my show, Inspired Choices. So many of you may know that I haven't been live for about a month now. My last show was called Bitch, Pat Your Own Damn Back. It was a good show. If you didn't listen to that, you want to go back and listen to that for sure. That show was on June the 29th, 2022. And I haven't been live because on June the 30th, my beautiful mother passed away. And so, of course, I took time to be with the energy of my mom passing, be with all of the arrangements and the funeral, and just take some space for me because it's a big, big change. And it's a change that we all go through, and it's an important change to honor. But I can't not do my show. It's so much a part of me. Now, my grieving process will still continue, of course, and I'm going to have good days and I'm going to have not good days, or I'm going to have good moments and then I'm going to have really sweeping moments of grief, and that's okay too. But what I love so, so much is to share what I've learned through trial and error with each and every one of you, because my hope is to teach people how much fun business is and how much pleasure we can actually have while we're doing our business. Now, this isn't to say that business can't be hard and you aren't going to work. You're going to work. Of course, you're going to work. But there is this massive satisfaction that when you are working and having pleasure with something, that it's going to be so wonderful to be able to say, hey, I'm in my own business and I love what I do. And that's certainly true for me. I love what I do. So if you're someone that would love to love what you do and you would love support, and if you'd just like to have a conversation to see if there's a possibility that I can support you, please send me an email. Don't hesitate. It's all good. I will not be pushing my services at you, as you're going to learn tonight. So you can send me an email, Christine@inspiredchoices.ca, and I will definitely offer an opportunity for you and I to talk, and then to possibly see if we can work together to create more pleasure and ease in your life. So let's get into tonight's show, because this is an important one for every single person. And if you're not someone who is in their business, I'm sure you can learn a lot about what people are doing with you, with their business. So are you ready to succeed and enjoy your business? Can I get a hell yes in the chat room or a hell yes on Facebook? If you are, then stop pushing your business at people. Do you respond when people are pushing their services at you? Not likely. Do you say yes with repeated emails, messages, phone calls, or do you turn them off? I can tell you, I turned off about 3 today because it was all push. Tonight, you're going to learn how to turn the tides with how you show up with your offerings. And once you do, the business will be working with you, and the revenue will reflect these changes in a positive bottom line. Many, many entrepreneurs are pushing harder and harder, and the results are peaking and then dropping drastically. Doing business is meant to be inspiring, enjoyable, and profitable. So tonight, I'm going to provide solid, sound business guidance to move you out of the hard sell arena and into the business pleasure receiving arena. So who's ready to receive more pleasure with doing their business? And I mean this seriously. I want you to make that commitment. Because when you make that commitment and you put it down on your lists, or you write it down on your targets, whatever it is, you will start your business day and all of your actions will come from that intention. Okay. And that's very, very important for you to be coming from that space of the intention to have more pleasure with your business. Because my friends, this show tonight is all about you. It is 100% all about what you're doing that is actually creating dis-ease in your life, in your body, and most certainly in your bottom line. Someone in the chat room says, beginning to have more pleasure with my business would be nice, right? And it's completely and totally possible. Every single one of you can be having more pleasure with your business. It's the intention. So where is your mindset at right now? Have you bought the lie that business is not supposed to be pleasurable unless you make a sale, unless you're getting money in your bank? Have you made that decision? And you may have made that decision out of unconsciousness, but just check on the energy of that. Does that feel real to you? And if that feels real to you, what is going on is you have an unconscious belief system running you through your business. Isn't that wild? So you can change that. You can just declare, I'm no longer choosing that. That is not where I choose to be. And what you want to remember is that you, my friend, you get to choose exactly where you're going to be in your life and in your business. So I want you to seriously go back and listen to some of my past shows, most especially Pat Your Own Damn Back, because what I have said over and over and over in many, many shows is this is about you and your relationship with you and with your business. And this is all about you being in joy and having fun. And if you're choosing not to, please know that you're choosing that. If it's not coming up, happy and joy and pleasure, but you've declared that's what you desire, then obviously there's a gap somewhere. And 99.9% of the time, that gap is in our belief systems. All right. So that's what's super, super important. So what we want to do is we want to really start to look at, first and foremost, is what is it all about with the pushing? What is it with the pushing? I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again, is we have much more intelligent, much more astute, and aware clients, customers in the world than we have ever had today. Now, they may not have the language of what they are perceiving, and they may not even say, wow, she was just really pushing that at me, but they will get the energy. They will get a sensation, and there will be something within them that will say no. They will turn away from it. People know when you are being fake with being happy. They know when you're being fake with what you believe to be true. You know, I remember this one individual I used to know, and she was saying all the time that she was making all this money from her business, and you should follow her, and you should do what she was doing. But the energy was off. The energy was so off, and it was off because it was a lie. So you're going to be picking up on this, especially if you're listening to this show right now. You're going to know these things when they are occurring. And now what I want you to do is I want you to start picking up on the energy of you when you are communicating in any way with your future clientele. That's super, super important, that you are connecting with you, because this is not about your customer right now. This is all about you. So when you are looking at the energy of pushing, and someone's been pushing with you, what's the sensation that you get in your body? Like, are you aware of the sensation or what occurs for you when someone is pushing? And people can be pushing in so many different ways, right? They can be putting up all sorts of posts across social media, like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun, and this is great, and look at me, and oh my God, and look at, there is this one Facebook group that I was in, and the admins of this Facebook group were putting up comments, and they were saying, oh my gosh, I just helped a client on LinkedIn and they just made $50,000. And I constantly was getting, that's bullshit. This is what I was reading when it would literally come out of me when I was looking at this. I'm like, this is bullshit. And it was always the same 4 or 5 people. And what they would, and then they would say, would you like a copy of what I'm doing? Would you like a copy? Would you like a copy? So then what they were doing, right, is they were trying to trick you into signing up for their newsletter or getting into their database, sending you something so that they could then start pushing information at you to get you to choose them again and again with future products. Okay. Here's my interesting point of view. If I have something to share with you, I will say, if you would like to receive this, please register here, and I will send this copy to you immediately. You will be in our database for our newsletters. And if that's not something that you're interested in anymore, you can just unsubscribe. Stop playing games with the way you communicate with people. Stop doing that. They know what you're doing. And I'll tell you something, that is not a way to actually create a loyal relationship with a customer or a future customer. You're not going to create loyalty. And when you don't have loyalty, right, you don't have people who trust you. And if you don't have customers that trust you, they're not going to hire you. So your first job is to be straight up, to be honest and forthright with your customers. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to put all your dirty laundry out on air and tell everybody everything that's going on in your life. No, you can definitely be someone that's a little more reserved, but be straight up. Be straight up with what you are sharing. Check your energy first. Where is your energy at? So one of the very first things that you want to check is, where is this coming from? Is this coming from, is there any, even 1% energy of desperation in your invitation? Is there 1% desperation in your invitation? Whether that's a post, an email, a newsletter, a message, a telephone call, anything. If there is even 1% of desperation, guess what? that will probably be the loudest piece of energy that's going to come through to your customers. So you need to check yourself. This is so, so important because you want to be coming from the space where you are creating an authentic relationship, and you're creating someone who will begin to trust you because they will pick up on the energy of trust. Now, we're going to go for our break, but before I do, I just want to say this one other thing, is that when you are doing any kind of push, when you are pushing something, let's say you had something like I have a glass here, and if I was to push the glass would go away from me, wouldn't it? Whenever you're doing push of anything, you're pushing something away. What you want to get clear about is the brilliance that you are, and become such an expert in your field, and know that you have got amazingness to share with the world, that you can just be in the energy of your amazingness, and you will then begin to attract to you the people that are looking for you and everything that you have to offer in the world. Be brilliant. Be an absolute expert in who you are and what you do, and offer more solutions to the people that are looking for them. But my friend, you never have to push that. As you become more grounded in who you are, and you become even more of an expert in you, people are going to naturally be attracted to this. All right, we are up for our first break of the show. You are listening to Inspired Choices with me, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network. If you're on Facebook, I would love for you to come on over and join us at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com/chat room. And if you're listening to this after the show in replay, I would love to hear from you. So do send me an email, Christine@inspiredchoices.ca. Stick around. I've got lots more to share with you after the break.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices Radio Show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here tonight. Thank you to everyone who was in the chat room and everyone that is listening to the replay. I so appreciate it. And I really do hope that this show provides you a lot of support and guidance in your business. And I can tell you that I'm an expert in this because guess what? I used to push. I felt like this was the only thing that I could do. It's really interesting. When I had my very first business, it was one of those things where I hadn't a clue how to do business. I was just super excited. And because I was super excited and I knew my stuff, people were attracted to what I was doing. I broke all sorts of records. I set all sorts of new markers, and I had so much fun, and I connected with so many people, and my sales were great. I remember, oh my gosh, I remember when I became a manager, and my very first manager check was $1,100 for 1 month. I was completely blown away because I couldn't even tell you how I did it. I was in one of those spaces where this was just outstanding. And then sometimes what happens, and what happened for me, is I started to try to figure out what to do. And I say that from the space of like, how do I get more customers? How do I get more customers? How do I get more customers? Right? It was the energy of desperation. And I went on and had different businesses. And even when I first started my coaching business, I was really desperate. I wanted to have customers. And there was a part of me that didn't believe in myself. And that absolutely came through. And there was a part of me that thought, well, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe that's why people are not actually choosing me. Well, here's the thing, my friends. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It absolutely doesn't matter what you do in your business, whether it's a service or it's a product. If you absolutely are 100% loving what you do, it's going to come through. And if you are devoting time to become an expert in your field, it's going to come through. It can't not, right? Now, I want to give you an example of what's going on today with pushing energy. But I want to take you back. I want to take you back about 30 years ago. So if you're 30 or under, this may not read for you. But let's go back at least 30 years, and let's go back to the time when we were walking down the street. We were walking down the street and we were window shopping, right? We used to go window shopping and we would just look at all the beautiful things that were in the windows. And of course, they would make them attractive and they would show how amazing their products were. Like if you were looking at clothing stores, or even if you were going into the grocery store, they would have the displays so beautiful and they would show their absolute best product, right? But nobody from that store was coming out and begging you or pushing you to come into the store, were they? They weren't doing that. They showed up. They showed up, they had a clean store, they had beautiful product displayed, and they showed up, they looked great, they were professional, they were happy, and they were being the invitation for you to choose them. As you were walking down the street, each and every one of those stores were being the invitation for you to choose them. So when people are going by you today online, because that's primarily where most businesses are showing up, when people are walking by your shop online, your website, your feed in whatever social media space, are you showing up as happy? Are you showing up as confident? Are you showing up in your best self for your business? Are you? Or are you there wringing your hands, worried? Oh my God, did I do the right post? Did I do this right? Oh my goodness. Where is your energy with your business? And I'm going to go back even a little bit farther and ask, how connected are you to your business? I've talked about this on different shows as well, is that your business actually came to you so that it could come through you. Your business came to you so that it could come through you. And the reason that it did was because you are the one that knew that your business could take you to the next level. Your business knew that you could take the business to the next level. Now, as someone who's in their own business, if you've been in your own business for more than 5 years, I want to challenge you. Are you doing business the same old way every single day? Or are you continuously sharpening yourself? You know how we would sharpen our knives so we've got the best knife possible? Are you doing that with yourself? Are you continually looking at where your targets are, what your strategy is for your business, how you're going to grow your business this year? Do you have targets? Are you working with your business and allowing your business to work through you? Or are you just praying to God that you can pay the bills? What's your energy? Have you ever even thought about that? Your energy, my friend, is telling you so much. Your energy is your fingerprint, as it were, in the business world energetically. Your business cannot shine if you are in fear. Your business cannot expand if you are completely overwhelmed. Your business cannot actually attract more people to you if you're disorganized. And all of these things might frustrate the heck out of you. And I completely understand that because I was there. I wanted my business to grow. I wanted so much to have more financial wealth. But the thing is I had my eye on the wrong thing. I was looking at the scoreboard instead of looking at the landscape around me. I wasn't looking at myself and what I was doing to continually fine-tune who I was. And I wasn't looking at all of my business structure. And I know for some people, it's like, I don't want to talk structure. I don't want to talk strategy. I get it. That's not your forte. That's mine. That's my forte. And, you know, I was speaking to a person today, a really lovely person. And I wonder how many of you can identify with this. So this really lovely client, she has about 6 different email addresses. Anybody? More than one email address? This client has 6 email addresses. She has about 500 to 1,000 emails in each of those email addresses. She showed me her setup, and she actually had like a tab open for each of the email addresses that she had in a browser. And she was having to continuously go back and forth into each one of these email addresses to see if there were emails that were coming in. And I said, with all love to her, I said, you know what, that you must feel like you're going in 6 directions all the time because you don't have things streamlined, right? So her focus, and it would be the same with you, if you've got so many different things going on and you don't have things streamlined, you're actually depleting your energy and depleting your capacity to create with your business when you're having to run into all of these directions. Does that make sense? So it's so important that we get our structure really well done. And it doesn't have to be to the level of my business at all. It doesn't, but you want to have a structure be so clean and so smooth that you can then focus on yourself and how you are showing up with your customers. So if you are worried and you're watching the bottom line, I'm telling you right now, you're going to be doing push energy, at least 1% of push energy with your business. And that's not going to be a contribution to your business. And in fact, I know people who have shut their business down because that's the way they were operating, and their business did not want to succeed through them. So you have a choice. You have a choice whether you want your business to succeed, but you've got to be willing to work with your business and work on you. All right? Remember, your business wants you to succeed. The universe wants to support you. The universe has nothing but abundance in the world. Something was said today during one of our previous host shows, and I absolutely loved it. And it was Ranchelle Van Bryce, and her show is called Ignite Your Success. And what she said was, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get this quote right. It's going to drive me crazy. What she said was something to the effect of, hang on, here it is. Your belief in the lack is what is making it real. Isn't that friggin' amazing? There's not lack in the world, but because you believe it, you're making it real in your life. And this is something that I think every single one of us need to really be paying attention to and focusing on. So we are up for our second break of the show. And I know I've been diving deep into other areas, but it's going to all come together. So stick with me, my friends. You're listening to Inspired Choices with your host. That's me, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network. And tonight we're talking about stop pushing your business at people and succeed. We'll be right back after this break.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices Radio Show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right, my friends, welcome back. I am so thrilled that you're here tonight. We are talking all about business. Surprise, surprise. And we are talking all about stop pushing your business at people and succeed. Now, when you are, if you've been listening to the show, you already know this, but if you haven't been, I'm really talking about where you are at, what your energy is, what's your intention, what are you desiring the outcome to be? So that's such an important piece for you to understand. And again, I want you to remember, your business wants you to succeed. The universe wants to just rain abundance down on you. The stopgap is always going to be our belief systems. We become a magnet for prosperity, for happiness, for joy, for everything in our lives based on our belief systems. And if you're like me, you might be wanting to tell me off right now, because when I was told that, I told somebody to pound salt, but those weren't not the words that I used. But it's like, stop it. I've been working so hard and I've been doing all the right things and da 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 da. But you know what? All of that is great. But at the end of the day, your belief systems are like great, big, huge, giant walls that are shutting out possibilities. And this is where you want to come from, is you want to keep checking in on, where are my beliefs? What do I believe? And what am I going to choose to believe? Do you question your beliefs? Do you even check in on your beliefs? Do you ever consider what do I believe about this? Do I believe that sales are hard? How many of you believe sales are hard? Tell the truth. If you believe sales are hard, you're lying to yourself and you are making that real. Sales are not hard when you have a product that you believe in and you know is amazing, and you find the people, i.e., attract the people that require that service or that product. Sales are not hard. It's about connection, but the first connection starts with you. So that's where we want to continue to talk tonight. Right now, that's what I want to continue to talk about. So I want you to check in on what is the energy with your posts. What's the energy with your message? What's the energy with your conversation? Do you have a, oh my God, I hope that they say yes? Or are you going into a conversation, a post, a message with the idea of saying, you know what, I've got something I think you might really enjoy, and I would love to share it with you. Are you open to that? I had someone today sent me a message through Facebook, and it was really if they're listening, they'll probably block me, but I'm going to say this because it was so irritating. It was exactly what I'm talking about. So this person messaged me, asked me a quote unquote innocent question. And then when I came back with my response, they then began to soft pedal their service to me. And they kept doing it from, oh, well, I was just wondering if you knew the value in this and blah, 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 blah. And it was just like, I just wanted to tell them to go pound salt. Like, it was ridiculous because because I've gone through this with myself and I pay such attention to my energy when I'm communicating about what I do, is I can pick up on this so easily. Does that make sense? And so when this person was doing this, I was just like, stop. Like, I wanted to tell them to stop and go away. Now, it's very rare that I will actually say that to somebody. I just said thank you and kind of was trying to give them the energy of, okay, she's done. So many people are not paying attention. They're in that space of hurry, hurry, hurry. I got to get another sale. I got to get another sale. I got to get another sale. I have people that will reach out to me on LinkedIn. And they will say, hey, Christine, you look like somebody that, is doing amazing and blah, 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 blah. Have you ever thought about, actually having a podcast? And I'm just like, oh, Lord, have mercy. Or I've had people like come, they've said all sorts of different things. And I will literally respond to them and say, so I can tell that you haven't read my profile. This is what I do. And if they would turn around and go, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. You're right. I didn't read your profile. I apologize. If they would come back with that, I would be like, okay, cool. Let's talk now. But most people will come back with some cutesy response, which has them still doing a cutesy backhanded push. Does that make sense? Where you come from and how you communicate with someone says so much. So when you are putting a post out and you are being genuine and you are saying, you know what, this is something I love to do, and if this is something that I can support you with, please let me know. I will message people sometimes and I will say, especially when somebody's been a guest on the network, I'll message them and I'll tell them genuinely, I so enjoyed the show today when you were on with so-and-so's on the network. I would love to have a conversation with you and share with you, if you're interested, what we do. I will ask those questions in a way of, don't think that they don't know you're trying to sell them. Okay, be straight up. Be straight up about that. But at the same time, do it in a way that says, hey, I'm good either way. And honestly, get good either way. If somebody says, no, I'm not interested, say, okay, thank you for your time, and be okay with it. Now, if somebody says no to you and you feel that, you've got some work to do. So check on that. That's okay if you've got work to do. We all have work to do on some level. But when you are communicating with someone and you're coming from the space and you're really clear about what you desire and you're saying that to them and you're saying, I would love to share this with you. I think you would be amazing as a host on our network. And I'd like to share that with you. Is that something you'd be open to? Right. And when I get on a call with someone, and I've been doing this, well, 8 years now, I've been a producer. And I get on a call with people, and I've grown through doing this. I can tell you that for sure. But when I get on a call with them, I ask them, what are you looking for? How can we support you? And then I start to show them what it is that we do at Inspired Choices Network and see if that would be a fit for them. Now, I've had conversations with people that said, yeah, I'd love to do that, but I'm not ready yet. And it might be a couple of years before they will actually come and they'll say, I'm ready. I have had that. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, a gentleman by the name of Gordon D. Melville started the show with us called The Long Bearded Guy. And Gordon and I were talking for 3 years before he was ready. That's okay. But do you know why Gordon chose to work with me? And do you know why he's now an Inspired Choices Network host? Because I created communication and I created honesty and I created a relationship with him that he could trust. He could trust. Now, being in your own business, it's the long game. It's not the short game. It's not the quick game. And that's what I was talking about in the introduction is, some people will do a lot of push and they'll have a huge uptick of business, and then all of a sudden it'll drop off because people will remember the energy. They will remember the energy of what you were being more than they will even remember what it is that they purchased from you. I can tell you that verbatim. And you're doing this all the time. Every single solitary person is in business. I don't care who you are. Every single solitary person is in business. Okay. Have you ever told somebody, oh my God, you got to go watch that movie, or you got to try this restaurant or whatever? You're in business. You are absolutely in sales, pardon me, not in business. You're in sales. You're telling people what is wonderful. Now, when you are bringing yourself to the table and you're saying what we do is outstanding, what we provide, the product that we make, you need to come with confidence. But not confidence as in pushing at someone. You need to come with confidence and a belief that what you do is wonderful, and love yourself in this. This is not easy, but it can change things when you're working on yourself and being brilliant with who you are. This can be absolutely fantastic. And before you know it, when you are being this way with one person, they are going to start to share, just like you share about that restaurant or about that movie. They're going to start to share their experience they've had with you, with other people. The Inspired Choices Network we've been going now for 8 years. And we were under another umbrella until 2017. And then 2017, we launched the Inspired Choices Network. But 90% of all of our sales have been by referral. It's been by referral. I'm not pushing a referral on somebody. People that work with us, people that are our customers, our hosts, they love what we do. They appreciate how we show up, how we support them, and that we keep turning it up even more and more all of the time. And when they do that, they want to share that with someone else. And today I get to announce this. This is so exciting. Today we went from, not that this wasn't already friggin' outstanding. We went from having all of our shows and all of our hosts on 250 platforms, wait for it, to being on 450 platforms. 450. We are on your TV. If you have a smart TV, we are on your TV. We're on over 300 TVs, smart TVs out there, over 300. Why does this keep up leveling? Why do we keep growing? Because I love what we do. I love what we do. I love what we bring to the table. And I love to bring people's voices that love to create a world of love out to the world. I want to create a world that has choice. I want to create a world where people feel the inspired. I want to create a world where people that are looking for support can find it with ease. And I want to bring important voices across the world. Because of that, because that's where my intention comes from, because that's where I'm operating from as I keep growing the business, that's what we begin to do. And things come to us. So what I'm saying is you can succeed when you work on you. You can succeed when you believe in yourself and you start seeing your connection to your business and how your business wants to see you succeed and is coming through you again and again and again. All right, we are up to our last break of the show. Holy mackerel. When we get back, I'm going to wrap this all up. So don't go away. You're listening to Inspired Choices with me, Christine McIver, here on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices Radio Show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right, my friends, welcome, welcome, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. This has been a wild show and it's been going quite quickly. So what I really want to go over with you is I want you to tap into energy. I want you to start learning to tap into your energy and the energy of how you communicate with your customers, whether it's through a social media post, whether it's through a text message, whether it's through a telephone conversation. I want you to start checking in on your energy. All right. So check in on your energy first and foremost. When you go to post something and you check in on the energy, make that a really important piece of your posting, of anything that you're sending out. Okay. I want you to check in on the energy and ask yourself, is there any piece of this that has push energy to it? And if you get a yes, and you can definitely check in, your body can support you in learning that. If you get a yes, I want you to put it on pause. And I want you to walk away and I want you to do a little bit of work on yourself. This could be like 5 minutes of really like, okay, anywhere and everywhere that I have any push energy associated with this, anywhere I still have a belief system about desperation, where I have a belief system that if I don't push, they're not going to see it. If I don't push hard, I'm not going to pay the bills. Anywhere I have any of that, It's time to let it go. Ask your business to support you in letting those old belief systems go. Ask your body. Ask your body to show you where you have that going on. And when you feel clear, and ask your body, show me when I'm clear. Show me when this post is clear of any desperation or push. Then go back and look at it. Read the words. You might find you want to change the words a little bit, that it'll change things and the energy with it. And then begin to share it. Ask questions from a place of you want to support someone. And don't support someone because that's the right thing to do. Don't do it from that space. Support someone in the space of where it really lights you up. Now, you're not supporting as in giving all of you away. You are the first equation to give to in your life and in your business. And if you're trying to give everything away, there is something that is actually connected to lack with that, because you're trying to give it away with the belief that if you don't give it away, you won't get enough back. All right. No, that's not the way it rolls. Okay. So that's very, very important. So checking on the energy. Check on the energy when you write an email. Just put the email into draft and come back to it and check it again later. All right. It's such a great habit to get into. And as you do this and as you practice this, and I really want you to practice this, I really want you to start getting into the habit of checking the energy. Before you know it, you don't even have to pause. You're just going to know, wait a second. No, there's something funny. I need to pause this. I need to come back to this. I need to do some more work on me. You're going to pay attention to all of the places and spaces where you've got this heavy energy, and you're going to start to change it. And when you're communicating with anyone with the intention of, I really want to share what I think will be a contribution to someone. And if they're interested, I do hope that they will choose me, but not from the space of, oh my God, I got to get them to choose me. You see, nobody likes push, not even the universe. So when you are sitting there in your office and you're trying to figure out what to do and you're asking for support, you're asking the universe, show me the best place and space to show up. Show me what would be the greatest contribution to me, my body, and my business, and everyone that is looking for what I can bring to the world. When you come from that energy, the universe is going to show up. The universe is going to contribute. So my friends, for you to succeed, you've got to stop pushing and begin to believe in yourself and begin to do the work with you and your business. Next week, I'm going to be talking about how the earth works with your business and with you as well, and what a huge contribution that can be in the world. It can be so much fun when you understand what the universe and what the earth has to contribute to you and your business. Remember, no matter what's going on in your life and in your business, if something feels off, you're aware of something being off. And if you don't have a coach that is working with you, supporting you to really get you into an easeful place in your business, it's time you did. Reach out to me. I give everyone a 30-minute complimentary session. We'll talk, we'll look at where you're at, where you want to go, and I'll let you know whether I can support you or not. It's not from the place of push. It's really from the place of, I hope you're willing to receive. Every single solitary person, in my interesting opinion, especially entrepreneurs, should have a coach, because you can't see your own blind spots, but somebody else can. And when you've got someone who's a professional supporting you, it can change everything. I have a coach. I have had coaches over the years for sure. And that's something that I'm going to continue to do, because I desire to keep seeing my blind spots and I desire to keep growing. And I hope you'll have the desire to do the same. So my friends, be sure to check out next week's show. Of course, I have over 300 episodes that you can check out on demand. And we've got over 6,000 shows here on the Inspired Choices Network. Now you can find us on over 450 platforms. Like, oh my God, you can check us out, and you can most certainly check us out on our Inspired Choices Network app. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to have you come next week. And remember, no matter what, you can always make another choice. Bye for now, my friends.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Radio Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.